Yo, what is going on, Gamehouse? I am Germ here. I know it's been a little bit before we've made a video. I got sick, got COVID, had to deal with getting through all of that, and I'm not 100% better yet, but I'm slowly getting back in the swing of things. We're back with another off-meta pick, another off-meta guide, breaking down hopefully a fun and interesting strategy, trying to make sense of it, showing you guys how it works or how you can hopefully make it work in your very own solo queue games to hopefully gain some LP. And if you're playing up against it, maybe you know what to expect a little bit as well. Today we are talking about Heimerdinger AD carry. Obviously it's not AD, so it's not really AD carry, but the position's traditionally called AD carry. Heimerdinger bot lane, whatever you want to call it. And I really think that this pick is pretty disgustingly strong right now. I have seen people talking about Heimerdinger all over like Twitter, Reddit, YouTube stuff recently for talking about just how good Heimerdinger is, how he's really underrated. And when people are talking about him, they're generally talking about him, you know, in like the mid lane, in the top lane. Those are his two most picked positions right now. And he's very strong in top and mid. And I think we're going to start seeing a heck of a lot more Heimerdinger in the top and mid lanes over the next couple of patches as people just continue to talk about him and recognize how strong he is. I think we're going to keep seeing more and more of that. But his highest win rate right now is actually down in the bot lane, where he has, when I'm recording this video, a 54.75% win rate as an AD carry. That is disgusting. This guy has a really low pick rate. He has a really low ban rate too, and just an insane win rate. So if you want to like focus on maining Heimerdinger this patch, or you just want to grind out a bunch of Heimerdinger games, you're probably going to be able to do so because nobody else is really going to be taking him away or banning him away from you. So that's why I think this is a great pick to learn exactly how it works and to learn how to pull this one off. Today, we are looking at the gameplay of Protos. This is a Grandmaster Heimerdinger one trick. I think he has like a 61% win rate on Heimerdinger, 52% win rate overall. And this man has been spamming Heimerdinger AD carry lately. When I look at his recent match history, you know, it's Heimer AD carry, AD carry, AD carry. He was playing some other champions like Nyla and Sivir, you know, kind of abusing the OP stuff overall recently. But it seems like he has found a liking to the Heimer AD carry, Heimer bot lane. And this pick is definitely very strong. Obviously, Heimerdinger, in general, anywhere, top, mid, AD carry, he is going to be a very uninteractive champion. You are going to be setting down your turrets, trying to continually be pushing your lane in, getting lane pressure, and just exerting that lane pressure over your opponent all game long. If they want to step up and try to CS, they're going to get hit with all your abilities. Your towers are going to take them over. You're going to be spraying them with your W. Maybe you even stun them with your E, whatever. And it's just going to be so annoying. Or their other option is to sit back and you just get to continually push the lane over and over again until you take a bunch of plates, take a bunch of towers, and then hopefully just end the game off the lead you have. And then in the bot lane, you have the nice, you know, benefit there of having the support. Like you see when the Nautilus lands the hook, then Heimerdinger can just throw his grenade stun on top of him, land a W through him, and get so much extra damage. And then the other big thing is that, yes, with Heimer's, you know, continual lane pushing power and stuff, hey, he's going to be shoved up. He's going to be susceptible to ganks. That's how you're going to have to punish him, or you're going to have to go all in. Well, that's what he wants too. He wants you to try to jump on top of him. This Heimerdinger, we're actually taking Flash and Exhaust, and if they ever jump in on us, if they ever decide to engage on us, or if we ever get ganked, we're going to stay in our turrets, we're going to exhaust whoever the highest priority target is onto us, and then while they're exhausted, they're not going to be able to do as much damage to us, so hopefully they're not going to be able to kill us, and that's going to allow our turrets to hit them more because they're going to be slowed down, they're going to be slowed in our field of turrets. It's going to make it easier for us to land our skill shots onto them, like our E and our W, and in the bot lane, we're going to have our support to help heal for us and help protect us as well. So Heimerdinger just becomes almost unkillable, almost unstoppable. How do you stop this guy as AD carry? That is, you know, the great question. And one way the enemy team can stop you is just by trying to outscale. You know, if they have some big monstrous late game AD carry, you know, obviously if in the late game you have an Aphelios versus a Heimerdinger, I think the Aphelios is probably going to be a little bit more useful in those mid to late game team fights. But getting through the lane phase is definitely going to be really difficult. And obviously with your permanent pushing style, you're going to allow your team to set up for tower dives like this one. This wasn't the cleanest dive in the world. They're actually going to end up trading 2 for 2, but hey, at least Heimerdinger's still alive. You know, he was able to get the plates and stuff there, and like I said, it wasn't the cleanest in the world, but it was almost a clean dive, but at least you got to go for those plays and things. We're talking about the rune page for this Heimerdinger 80 carry. This is going to be Electrocute with Taste of Blood and then Eyeball Collector and Treasure Hunter. Treasure Hunter just really, really good on so many people right now. Electrocute obviously just adding to your burst damage. If the Nautilus ever does land a hook, or if anyone ever tries to go on to you and you're able to stun them, you know, getting to land all your abilities, going to have that Electrocute damage. Then we're going with the Sorcery Secondary. I believe that's called Absolute Focus. I always get the name wrong. Yeah, Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm. You know, overall is pretty standard stuff, nothing too crazy there. A lot of the time, since you are just going to be perma shoving and it's going to be so uninteractive, you're going to be at high amounts of health. You're going to be you know, in the range for that Absolute Focus to be proccing and just constantly applying it and stuff. It's just going to give you that extra damage. Like you see there, he just gets to walk up, their jungler comes back down again. They have Darius Jungle on their team, if you didn't notice. Then as far as the skill order, what we're going with here, we're going with a point in Q, and then a point in E, and then we're actually maxing W. We're not putting a point in W to a level 3, but we're going to be maxing it first, and then maxing Q, and then finally maxing E last, obviously putting a point in Alt when you can as well. And then we're going to be talking about the build. This is Doran's Ring with some red pots and the yellow trinket to start out, obviously. Then he is going for a Lost Chapter. As we can see, we can check out this fight that's breaking out in the bot lane too. Heimerdinger does have the flash out here. He doesn't have a bunch of turrets and stuff set up around here, but if he had turrets set up in like the river or even in the middle of the lane, this would be a great fight for him. But you know, you're just going to kind of try to be annoying, try to keep landing your abilities and stuff. The Ahri is on him, and he doesn't have flash now, so it looks like he's probably going to be going down. Oh, wow, I'm surprised that Ahri didn't have anything left to kill him there. But yeah, you know, you're staying on the outskirts. If you have your towers to fight around, hey, you're down to scrap it out if you have exhaust and stuff. But if you don't, you're looking to get away until your abilities come back up, and you can really set up multiple turrets. Even if you have like one turret or something, that's not going to be totally great. And then, of course, it's going to be finding the good spots to choose which ultimates correctly. You know, sometimes your ulted Q is going to be best, sometimes your ulted W is going to be best, sometimes ulted E would be best, but really to me the ulted E does seem the most situational. But yeah, as far as the build, he's going for a Lost Chapter on first recall. Again, that's just going to allow you to keep spamming your spells all day long. That's going to be super annoying. Going for a Liandry's Torment first item. This does seem really good on the Heimerdinger. I want to compare it to some of the win rates on some of the other items as well. Luden's Echo actually has the highest win rate as a first item on Heimerdinger right now. And Everfrost is playable as well. I can see how Everfrost would be really good. You know, if you get them in your turrets and stuff, you're able to stun them on top of your grenade and stuff. Just going to allow your turrets to do even more damage. But I think Liandry's is fine. It is the most built and still has a very good win rate. He decides to go for the Morello's second item with the Sorks as well. Sorks are definitely the boots you're going to be wanting to be going on Heimerdinger. But as far as second items, Morello's is very good, but Zanya's, Ralai's, Rabadon's, these are all very good second items. And then it appears that he is going for the Shadow Flame as his third item, it looks like to me. But I've seen a couple of his games. In some of the other games, he will go Void Staff second or third item. Sometimes he does go Zanya's second or third item. He does go Ralai's second or third item as well. You have all these options as Heimerdinger, and a lot of the times it's going to depend who he's playing up against as well. Because I saw one game where he's against, you know, a Yasuo. Like if you're against like a melee 80 carry, maybe even like a Nyla, Samira, something like that. Sometimes he will go Conqueror on Heimerdinger, and then he'll go stuff like Zanya's and Ralai, since they're going to be up in his face more often and stuff like that. But in a lane like this against Vayne, where it's going to be a little bit more at a distance, obviously Vayne is a range auto attacker. He's going to be looking to blow her up with Electrocute. And you know, some of these other items where he doesn't think he needs Zanya's or anything like that as much. So obviously Heimerdinger build, the rune page, all this stuff, it's going to be a little bit flexible to you know, exactly what's going on in your game, maybe even your playstyle a little bit like that. But no matter what, all these different builds, all these different items, all these different rune pages on Heimerdinger in the bot lane have just crazy win rates right now. Heimerdinger is one of the best champions in the game, top, mid, 80 carry, wherever. And I do think 80 carry is his best position, but finding Heimerdinger, finding ways to get this guy in your team in any way is going to be super good right now. I think you guys should try him out, and I think you guys will have some really good success. So that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Heimerdinger in the bot lane. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to the game to stay up to date on all the Game House's latest content. I can almost talk, and hopefully I will catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.